What we're missing in many,
Yes.
many cities is that mix of income. Minnesota is not doing great. That's the achievement gap is huge, one of the worst in the country. Same thing with segregation, and you don't want to be with people that you see as low income. Northfield is very much, there's a lot of differences between sections. So you have the better, bigger homes in some areas, and then you have the apartments in a different one instead of being together. So your next door neighbor is in an apartment and you are in a home, a big house, and that should be how you integrate the community. And if you live together, there's
know each other.
exactly there's more conversations. Yeah. Well, somebody told me once, people don't live in the north side of town. It's like, are you sure? I mean, they're high density apartment buildings, and then there's a whole neighborhood between Highway 3 behind the apartments and the trailer parks. There's a whole huge neighborhood from here all the way to the hospital, and it involves...
What made you move here?
I've lived in Northfield since I was 5, and I'm 24 now, so that's 19 years. And I've worked at Blue Minutes for 3 years now, probably, yeah. I feel like people don't even know Viking exists a lot of the time, as the trailer park exists, because it's kind of like hidden. It's on like the other side. It's like in between the tracks. The reputation, it used to get a bad rep. Before I lived there, I used to get a bad rep because there was the roads weren't paved, and there's like a lot of people who thought they were in gangs, and like this is just like kids that were messing around. And I love living there, and I wouldn't live anywhere else. I mean, yeah, like we have like the most vibrant community around. They have like mechanics there. My mom gets her taxes done around the corner from where we live. Like there's people that can like take care of your kids, that will take them to school. It's like the community that I think that I wish was spread out in Northfield. Yeah, I love that place.
One council member, this was years ago, it was when we were fighting about the pathway into Northfield, and they often have children with them, and this he said, "We have no obligation to those people." And I was like, what? And I wasn't quite sure what he was getting at, and I think what he was getting at was he suggested that they're not in the city limits, but they are. But he had written off a whole section of the city as didn't matter.
And pretty soon the only people that are going to live here are like college professors and like the people who like work in, I don't even know what these work. It's just like these middle class people, and when that happens, like that takes out the lower class that like is actually the foundation of the whole town. Yeah, and then who's gonna make your coffee, who's gonna fix your car, who's gonna do all these things.
Even if you are in a small house in a not great neighborhood, that has to be safe, healthy, has to be decent. People have to have a place where they rest, that the children can call home and feel proud of it. And so that the whole stigma of, oh, you live in a smaller house, and then, oh, poor you. That is so strong in this country, and Northfield is not different in that respect. So we have to do a better job at learning that all types of housing, they're fine, but of course all of them have to be well taken care of and good and safe, healthy. We cannot have some apartment buildings in this town that they're not like that. and they're really bad. And we don't have many tools to go into the buildings and say, well, you really have to fix this. I mean, you cannot shut the water without any warning. You cannot go into apartments without any warning. Things like that. This is not a home. That's not what a home should be.
But there's no affordable housing in Northfield. The one thing where like there are people like the idea of affordable housing but don't want it to be in their backyard. Like that's like the main thing. Like they like, oh, for sure somewhere else, but like put it where we can't see it, you know? Put it where it's not a problem. Like what is left? Like then it's the outskirts. Or it's not even here, it's in Faribault, it's in Dundas, it's in somewhere else.